Hi guys! Today I'm back at Wanderhome and I'm here having a look at this amazing Columbus 540D. Yes, so if you haven't heard of the Columbus before, this is a Westfalia conversion. So Westfalia Columbus 540 means the length, so 5.4 meters, and D means that the bed goes crossways at the back. So it's got a fixed rear bed layout, front dinette, bathroom in here as well. Obviously you can see this one's got a pop top, but I just wanted to walk you through this because this has got the new Columbus interior. So the Columbus has been around for lots of years now, and over that period of time they haven't really changed very much. But recently they've just done a really big upgrade to the interior, different colour schemes, looks and feels very different. Let's go and have a quick tour around this van for you. So let's just talk about what this is then. So it's a Westfalia built on a Fiat Ducato, 5.4 metre long van, so only just a little smidgen longer than say your Volkswagen California or your Transporter short wheelbase. So really good size of van this, easy to park, and obviously you'll see in a moment they've really maximised how much space you get inside as well. So built on a Fiat Ducato, this particular version that we're going to have a look at here has got the new interior from Westfalia, but it's on the previous generation Ducato. So if you ordered one of these today, you would get a new one with the new base Ducato vehicle, which has got the new front end on it and everything else. So just bear that in mind as we have a look around this. So as you can see, lovely metallic paint, LED headlights on this. This particular one has got quite a few option packs and everything else to make it the specification that it is. So it's not a kind of a cheap base van or anything like that. This really has got a good load of stuff on all the parking systems. It's got 360 cameras. It's got loads of spec from Fiat in the base van. Let's just take a quick tour around. So as you can see, pretty standard fare really. Obviously comes with alloys and everything is standard. And you'll see that you've got your water filler on the side there. I'll pop on the screen now the different capacities of the water tanks and the wastewater and all those kind of things. And you can obviously see the pop top there. This particular build has got the manual pop top, I think, rather than the electric by the looks of it. Yes, it does. And I think, I'll double check, but I think you can get an electric version of that as well. Yeah, definitely worth bearing in mind whether you can reach to be able to put the pop top down or not if you're looking at one of these. Just looking down the other side, obviously you've got a window for your bathroom there on the side because obviously you've got a pop top roof, you still need some ventilation. You can see that you've got your hookup connector on the side there, and also this big hatch. Now behind there is your toilet cassette, but you can also get to some storage which goes underneath the bench seat, which again, I'll show you that in a few seconds. So while we're doing the outside, I might as well kind of do inside the garage. It kind of makes sense. So let me see if I can open this up in a way that you'll be able to see. Let me just move my camera, hold on a second. Right, okay, so the way that they lay out these garages on the Westfalias is basically a big void. Now, we think this is a great idea because you can obviously use it to put whatever you like in there in terms of different storage boxes or configuration. But one of the reasons that we like it is because this folds this way rather than a butterfly, it folds upwards. So if you're trying to get a bike in or you're trying to get something kind of wide and big, you've obviously got the ability to do that. This also, double checking, this bed can also come out completely if you need it to. So if you just need a big loading area, it can obviously do that. While I'm back here, just mention to you, Frolly springs in terms of the bed base. So really comfortable bed base with this, and a good Frolly mattress as well to match. Very decent storage area. There's an outdoor shower connection which is just inside here at the side. And that's a hot and cold shower. So if you need to rinse off shoes, dog paws, anything like that, or actually wash the dog, bath the dog, all available to you there. Underneath there, you've also got your drain for all of your water and stuff. And then your gas goes in that cupboard there, which you access from the top. Right, should we get inside? Okay then, well, if you haven't seen the inside of a Ducato before, this is what one is like. And as I said before, a really good spec on this particular van. So obviously you've got the 9-speed gearbox, so this is an automatic gearbox. You've also got your climate control there, fully automatic climate control, the proper factory fitted sat nav unit and DAB radio and all of that stuff fitted in there. This one also has the LCD dashboard as well. It's got electric parking brake, which means that you haven't got a handbrake down the side of your driver's seat, which makes everything easier to turn around. It's got electric folding mirrors. It's also got adaptive cruise control and all of that stuff. So yeah, this is a really, really good specification of van. They've also fitted, by the looks of it, the little mini inverter down there. So that's a 150 watt socket inverter. So if you've got anything which you need just to be able to plug in to charge a laptop or something like that, you've got a good ability to do it there. You'll probably see as well, this has got cab blinds. So if I just come over this side, you'll be able to see here, got those slide across, and there's a magnet strip which holds them together in the middle. So if I let go, that's going to go flying back. But that's basically because it's meant to magnet on the other side. And you'll see here as well on this one, just the same, comes across, sits in place and perfectly blacks out the cab area. Right, now these are notoriously difficult to film inside and try and show you kind of exactly what this interior is like, but we're going to give it a go like this. So you can see that we've got twin front rotating seats, as you would expect. We've got a clip-on table here. So the way this works, it's got a button there. It just sits on a rail at the side. So if I just move that out of the way for a moment, just give us a little bit more space. You can see, obviously, that's given us a good space. And bit of storage down at the bottom here, obviously USB-C and USB-A chargers and all that kind of stuff. We've also got in the floor here a removable section. So if you want to store some shoes or other bits and bobs down there, you can do. So that's good. This bench seat has got this brilliant sliding mechanism, so you can slide it in and out to be a bit more comfortable. So you can slide it out the way to have more foot space. If you're traveling in it, so actually belted in, you can recline it a little bit, so it makes it a lot more comfortable on a journey. And that's one of the great features of premium Westfalias like this. There is some storage under here, as I said when we were outside, and what you do is you lift that up. Let me just put it back. There you go. You may be able to see under there that there is some storage. You can access that from that flap at the outside as well, so gives you a certainly a good amount of space again where you can store shoes or anything that you might try and just find a bit of a nook or cranny for. Let's have a look at this cooking area then. So, got a nice big cooking area. This is one of the compromises of the 540 van over, say, the 600 long. You don't get a piece of cooking area to the right of the sink. The sink is right up hard against the edge of the bed there. So that is a little bit of a compromise. They've got to find 60 centimetres from somewhere in the van, and that's a little bit where they do. You do have a good amount of space to the left of the sink and hob though. So in here you've got a drop-in Dometic unit with twin lids, obviously a decent sized sink in there, hot and cold water obviously, and twin gas burners. The actual kitchen unit itself is really quite decent. So you've got this really cool design of cutlery tray. So it comes out this side, and there's also a button on the other side. So if you're outside, you can open it that way as well. So if you need to get some cutlery, easily done. You've got some decent sized drawers, and these are all metal edged inside. So this thing is built to last. Honestly, if you haven't looked at a Westfalia for build quality, you need to check one out because they are absolutely stunning. Deep drawer, second drawer down, and another deep drawer at the bottom, and they go all the way back to the back of the kitchen unit. Really good sized cabinets. And then this little kind of wardrobe at the bottom, at the side, does actually sit underneath the sink, but you do get 3 really decent wire baskets in there to be able to put bits and bobs in. So if you're thinking about where you're going to put your food or any of your utility stuff or anything like that, definitely a good place for it in there. These cupboards, they're all push cupboards, so you push them and then they open and spring and stay open themselves. Really good little utility cupboards. Obviously on this side up here, you've also got a little mini one. And again, this is where you see that this is a 540 and not a 600. That would usually be a full width cupboard, but you've got a decent cupboard there and obviously a full size cupboard here as well, to be able to store all of your stuff. A couple of really decent, well engineered, these are metal in here, really solid storage units. And again, they're using the full width of this Ducato van, really going into it. It's got custom molded plastics all around here to make the most of the space. This is the kind of difference you get with a Westfalia. They try to absolutely maximize everything, and everything is so solid. I mean, it is just incredibly well made. You know, there's some vans that you can get in, and if you get hold of the kitchen block and give it a good shove, it'll, you know, you'll feel a little bit of movement and stuff. Absolutely nothing. And all of that's really important, because when you drive one of these, you're expecting squeaks and rattles and kind of cabinet noises and all that kind of stuff. Not in one of these, I tell you. So, just another quick thing. Hopefully you can see it on the camera there. There is a footstep here, which also has a little cubby hole in it. So that's really handy for getting in and out of the bed, and obviously more storage again. They're just trying to maximize it everywhere we go. Right, let's have a look in here. Now I think I'm best doing this from behind the camera, so let's open up the door and show you what we've got in here then. So as we saw from the outside, you've got a nice opening window in here. That is actually a Westfalia logo on a van next to us rather than actually printed on the window. Up here you've got really nice storage behind a couple of mirrored cupboards. Obviously recesses here in terms of being able to put your bottles and things in. Built-in Thetford toilet, obviously swivels as well if you need it to get it out the way for a bit more space. Drop in, that's a wooden duckboard in there. There's 2 drain holes in the bottom of that plastic tray, and obviously that is your heater at the side there. This is probably a really good point to talk about heating, so let me explain what this has got. Now, some people do buy a Columbus, a Sven Hedin, a Club Joker, a James Cook from Westfalia, because they've got a super special heating system. So Westfalia designed this and put it in the vans themselves, so it doesn't have your traditional Truma blown air heating system. We all know how noisy those can be overnight as well. This has a diesel powered heating system, which you can also work on electric. And it has a separate 10-litre hot water boiler. Now, the reason it's different is because it runs on radiators. So this uses a coolant around all of those radiators, and there's several of them that it has a little fan behind the radiator just to blow that air into the cab or around the cabin and everywhere if you want it to. Now, you can turn the fans off and the van still gets nice and warm. It just takes a little bit longer. So what we tend to do in our Sven Hedin is we put the heating on with all the fans on and everything, leave it for about 10 minutes, then turn the fans off, and then it just holds that temperature perfectly for hours on end. And it's a nice quiet temperature. Obviously there's no fans running when you do it like that. And it means that the cabinets, the whole van feels warm because it's radiators rather than just hot air blowing over you. There is another advantage as well, and that advantage is that this has underfloor heating. So there are pipes which run in the floor and also underneath the shower tray, and that works off the same heating system with a separate control on the digital panel, and that means that you can have underfloor heating on. So when you go for a shower, you've got a nice warm room, your feet are warm on the shower tray, and it is just beautiful. Honestly, it's like home from home, and an incredible heating system. It's a good reason to really check out this Westfalia if you haven't had a close look at how they do things. Let's have a look at this bed area then. So remember, this is a 5.4 metre van. You've got a really decent shoulder width at the top here, and what they've done to give you the bathroom is they've narrowed it at this end. So you can see there that the foot end is narrower. They have tried to maximise space. You've got a hanging rail at the top there. You can see there's only one cupboard because, again, if it was a 6-metre van, you'd have 2 cupboards at the top there. But again, this is the same principle as the other one. So you just push it and you've got loads of storage all the way around. 2 more cupboards at the back there, and obviously 2 on this side as well. So you're really not wanting for storage, even though it's only a short van. You've got USB-C sockets and USB-A sockets on both the left and right hand sides up there. Speakers from the main stereo back there as well. Little storage pockets in the corner, so you can plug your phone in, charge it from the top. Really nice and easy. And then even on this pillar here, you can see another USB-C socket. They've really gone to town in terms of the upgrades with this interior. You'll see there on the bed, that's the ladder for the pop top, which I'll talk about in a second, and obviously the thermal blinds and things. But what you can also do, let me just move the books out of the way. What you can do is you can lift this as well. So this goes up this way. Obviously you've got a storage area there, that's on top of the water tank. So they just put a little bit of protection on that. And then you've got your gas cylinder storage there as well. And just at the back there, that's the little tank which is for the coolant for the main heating system. Wow, welcome to the pop top on this 540. And look how big this is. If anyone's been in a pop top of a Volkswagen California Ocean or similar smaller pop top van, you'll know that this looks huge. And look at the size of this mattress. That is absolutely enormous. To have in a pop top. That's brilliant for comfort. Obviously it's got a safety net in here as well, just to stop anyone falling out if you put kids up there or anything like that. You've got nice lights in here, LED lights, again charging sockets for your phone on both sides. There's also a dimmer just behind me for the lights up here, and just look at it, it's absolutely stunning. Beautiful mood lighting in here as well. Zip out windows on the side so you can get some daylight in here, and obviously behind me the window is open on the half moon. Now what you'll notice on here is they have put little hooks for where the ladder clips onto to make it nice and safe. Now they've put them on that side, and which is quite rare, they've put them on this side, which means that down here you're able to have the ladder going either that way or that way, depending on whether you've got anyone sitting or anything going on with the dog at the bottom in that foot area. So nice to see it's a bit more universal, and really good space here as well. So in terms of whether it's storing the table, that's where that usually goes up there, or whether you're putting your jackets or something away, really good storage at the top there. You just got to remember, if you're getting out of the driver or passenger seat, just watch that, you could end up hurting yourself. So this is the main control panel. It's a Dometic unit. It shows you all of your battery levels, fresh water levels, those kind of things. It tells you how long it's going to run for. This is where you turn all of your hot water on and off. This is still in its setup mode because it's in German at the moment. It's also where you can change the colour of the lighting inside, those kind of things. It's also where you can see your fresh water and grey water tank levels and all that sort of stuff. So good modern system, and well known as well. So this isn't particularly custom to Westfalia. So if you've got any problems with this in the future, you should be able to have service on it really easily. Let's just talk about this fridge then in the kitchen. So this is one of the Dometic dual opening ones, so it opens on both sides. So again, almost because they've had that concept of the cutlery drawer which you can open outside, they've done this so you can do exactly the same. So that's nice. So it's a standard Dometic unit. It's a 90 litre. As you can see in here, it's also got a decent size freezer box as well. And again, they've done this, I think, so you've got that freezer. It certainly suits the system well. Links in really nicely with the Dometic control panel at the top. So it's all one system, all works nicely together. Very, very nice indeed. So there you are then. That is our quick tour round of this Columbus 540D. One thing I should have said as we were looking at this is 4 belted seats, 4 sleeping places. And I think that's really important for families because, you know, things like the Volkswagen California, they sell really well because obviously it can sleep 4, You can travel 4 in it, and maybe even a dog as well if you're really trying hard. If you want something which has got a bathroom, got a shower, got a toilet, you can stand up in it, but it's very similar in terms of dimensions, this could be an amazing option for you. And when you think retail price, I think on this van, time of filming, was, just bear with me, 90,000. Actually, when you compare that to the price of a T6.1 California Ocean with a decent engine and everything else, it is a little bit more, but it's not loads more than that. This van at the moment is 85, so they've discounted it a little bit. However, you know, it really has got a huge specification on here, and as I said during the video, build quality absolutely second to none. Definitely worth checking it out. So if you're interested in these kind of vans, if you're interested in Westfalia full stop, come and have a look at Wander Home. They've always got a good range here for you to be able to have a look at on site. They're really knowledgeable about them all. So yeah, just come and have a chat with them. Thanks very much to Wander Home for letting us come and film this video today on this beautiful sunny day. And we'll see you again soon for some more Campervan Time.